Episode number 43. This advice was too reasonable, and moreover came from a man who knew the king too well, to allow the four young men to dispute it. The Treville recommended everyone to return home, and wait for news. On entering his hotel, the Treville thought it best to be first in making the complaint. He sent one of his servants to the Lattremouille with a letter, in which he begged of him to eject the cardinal's guardsmen from his house, and to reprimand his people for their audacity in making sortie against the king's musketeers. But the Lattremouille, already prejudiced by the squire, whose relative, as we already know, Bernajoux was, replied that it was neither for the Treville, nor the musketeers to complain, but, on the contrary, for him, whose people the musketeers had assaulted, and whose hotels they had endeavored to burn. Now, as the debate between these two nobles might last a long time, each becoming, naturally, more firm in his own opinion, the Treville thought of an expedient, which might terminate it quietly. This was to go himself to the Lattremouille. He repaired, therefore, immediately to his hotel, and caused himself to be announced. The two nobles saluted each other politely, for if no friendship existed between them, there was at least esteem. Both were men of courage and honor, and as the Lattremouille, a Protestant, and seeing the king seldom, was of no party, he did not, in general, carry any bass into his social relations. This time, however, his address, although polite, was cooler than usual. Monsieur, said the Treville, we fancy that we have each cause to complain of the other, and I am come to endeavor to clear up this affair. I have no objection, replied the Lattremouille, but I warn you that I am well informed, and all the fault is with your musketeers. You are too just and reasonable a man, monsieur, said Treville, not to accept the proposal I am about to make to you. Make it, monsieur, I listen. How is Monsieur Bernajoux, your esquire's relative? Why, monsieur, very ill indeed. In addition to the sword thrust in his arm, which is not dangerous, he has received another right through his lungs, of which the doctor says bad things. But has the wounded man retained his senses? Perfectly. Does he talk? With difficulty, but he can speak. Well, monsieur, let us go to him. Let us adjure him, in the name of the God before whom he must perhaps appear, to speak the truth. I will take him for judge in his own cause, monsieur, and will believe what he will say. The Lattremouille reflected for an instant, then as it was difficult to suggest a more reasonable proposal, he agreed to it. Both descended to the chamber in which the wounded man lay. The latter, on seeing these two noble lords who came to visit him, endeavored to raise himself up in his bed, but he was too weak, and exhausted by the effort, he fell back again almost senseless.